Hi, this is Alex Okowski with Gabe Grant's AET 4813 Advanced Digital Media Technologies class. And today I'm going to be showing you how to video capture with SLR and a Nikon D31 camera. We'll be talking about using manual mode, using the focus ring, zooming in, using the ISO, adjusting aperture, adjusting the white balance and stuff like that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is flip the camera on and change it to manual mode, as always. And you're going to want to adjust your focus, your manual focus, so you can get in and out of focus. The first thing we're going to be talking about is the ISO and white balance. You can access the white balance by tapping this I button on the bottom of the camera. And the white balance, what the white balance does is controls the white point in the video, and you always want it to be auto. The ISO depends on the light. It makes the image sensor less sensitive or more sensitive. And here are the typical f-stops are 1 to about 800. 1600 and down you don't really use. After you have set the ISO and the white balance, the next thing is to turn your ADL on. As you see, the ADL is already on. The active D-lighting, or ADL for short, just basically sets the contrast, as you can see, or the color, as you can see. Before you go on to the next thing, I forgot to mention to always have the switch from the A to M here, because it is also the manual setting. The first thing we are going to be talking about is your shutter speeds, and it is represented by a fraction, as you can see right there, the 1/50, and typically it can go all the way up to, and you can switch it by sliding this back and forth. You can go all the way up to those big numbers, and you typically don't normally use these big numbers here. What those big numbers are for, 200 and up, are for a high-speed shooting, such as like sports games and different high-speed objects you want to capture in slow motion. You typically want to keep the shutter speed around 150, or around 150 to 180. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the aperture. The aperture is so you can get the correct exposure and the correct depth of field. The bigger aperture, the less light, the smaller f-stop, or aperture or f-stop it is called, the bigger depth of field. You typically want to stick around between 0, 4.8, 5.6, and 7.1, and you want to make sure that the exposure is right at 0. You can adjust the exposure by holding this button along with this button. As you can see, the slides up and down, but you want to get it towards the middle there, and that is zeroed at f4.2, so you can easily get it in focus. The next thing I will be talking to you about is how to get it into the live view. For that, the first thing I'm going to explain to you is the live view button. It's a little lever, and you just turn it to the right, and you get a live preview of what you're going to record. And what the live preview allows you to do is to let you see if you're in focus, and allows you to see what you need to change and whatsoever. So if you're out of focus, it mainly is because your f-stop or your ISO is too high or too low, and it appears I'm out of focus, so I would have to go back and change the f-stop on that. So I just basically move it back the same way I moved it before and just adjust the f-stop, and then you keep on doing that to preview what shot or if you like the shot that you are shooting. And to record, it's just basically this orange record button, and then you hit the orange record button, you're recording. When you are satisfied with what you recorded and when you are done with what you recorded, you just hit it again and you have your recording. To preview that recording, you just hit the play button up top here, click OK, and there's your recording. Next, I'm going to take you outside and show you how to use the focus and all that stuff. I'm just going to demonstrate to you what to do if your object is out of focus. As you can see, I just use the hallway as my example, and you can't see the brick wall. So what you just do is adjust the lens, and we are in focus. To pan, you can use the tripod, and the tripod is recommended for this. You can pan around your view. The tripod keeps the camera steady and gives you a steady shot as I pan around. Hopefully for you guys found this tutorial helpful with using the ISOs and all the white balance and all that stuff. Now you're ready to record your own video using a Nikon D3100 camera. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed.